the pressure cooker of high-stakes competition, Jack Draper's ongoing battle with illness. When British tennis player Jack Draper took the court for his first-round match at the U.S. Open against Federico Agustin Gomez, he faced an unexpected setback that many elite athletes dread. He vomited during the match. This wasn't merely a case of stomach discomfort. It was a vivid reminder of his previous struggles at last year's tournament, where he had reached the first semifinal of his career. That day marked a defining moment, but it was overshadowed by a wave of nausea that forced him to vomit 3 times while competing against the eventual champion, Jannik Sinner. Draper's challenges with nausea aren't new. They seem to creep up during critical moments in his matches, and the young player has expressed a determination to understand these episodes better. After his latest bout of sickness, Draper explained to reporters, "I felt physically fine. I've always had some problems with my gut. It could be a mix of nerves and just being out there again." Even though he described his physical state as stable, his long-time issues with gastrointestinal discomfort may have played a role in this unfortunate incident. Sadly for Draper, he will not have the chance to address these concerns during this year's tournament. It was announced Wednesday that he would withdraw from the U.S. Open due to an arm injury, allowing Zizou Bergs to advance to the 3rd round without a match. Draper shared his decision on social media, saying, "Hi guys, I'm sorry to say I'll be withdrawing from the U.S. Open. I tried my very best to be here and give myself every chance to play, but the discomfort in my arm has become too much and I have to prioritize my health. Thank you for all the support." In recent years, Draper has worked hard to establish himself as a strong competitor at major tournaments, often mingling with fellow stars like Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz as he aims to enhance his skill set and close the gap with them. This year, he underwent a notable transformation in his physical conditioning, addressing what some believed were possible contributors to his recurring illnesses. His body's inability to cope with the sport's demands, particularly under the high-pressure conditions of summer matches. Draper's fitness has indeed improved significantly, as evidenced by his impressive physique that showcases hours of dedicated training. Yet despite these physical upgrades, Draper continues to experience sickness during pivotal moments, suggesting that his symptoms stem from more than just physical exertion. Reflecting on this, he acknowledged last year, "I'm definitely someone who is, I think, quite an anxious human being. When matches become challenging, I sometimes feel nauseous on the court. This admission aligns closely with feelings of anxiety, which can lead to various physical manifestations, including nausea." Dr. Phil Hopley, a psychiatrist specializing in sports, noted that it is not uncommon for athletes to experience a physical response to mental stressors. He elaborated on the gut-brain connection, explaining that under stress, the brain releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can unfortunately trigger discomfort in the digestive system. For Jack, this connection seems particularly strong, Dr. Hopley remarked. Draper has continued to emphasize the mental aspect of his game, recognizing the necessity of managing emotions and stress. As he stated previously, tennis and sports in general require a delicate balance of mental and physical resilience. "I try my best to evolve and learn continuously. It's a lifelong process," he explained. He understands that his mental drive can sometimes lead to excessive pressure, especially during intense matches. That pressure can build, complicating his ability to perform at his best when it matters most. It's a yin and yang of sorts. His mental strength is both an asset and a challenge he must confront. Dr. Hopley commended Draper for his willingness to speak candidly about his struggles and suggested that working with a sports psychologist could help him redefine how he approaches big matches, aiming to alleviate some of the psychological burdens he faces. Reducing perceived pressure and incorporating routine practices could offer him a healthier perspective during competition, Dr. Hopley argued. Draper remains committed to extracting every possible avenue for improvement as he prepares for future tournaments. While he is determined to tackle the sickness issues that have become part of his narrative, it's clear there is still a journey ahead before he reaches a resolution. What do you think? Could focusing on the mental element of sports alleviate these physical symptoms? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. This revisited perspective highlights an athlete's struggles with both mental and physical challenges, reminding us that even at the top level of competition, the pressures of the game can have unexpected consequences.